Very different styles, a clash of comps, and, well, as you can see, Artis is already putting the pressure on.
Oh, most definitely. And look at this up towards B. Heaven. Solkas going to be taken down to start things off here. And Team Liquid, well, look, they're not going to let those kills go untraded exactly. With Yumpy taking the site, that is control completely in favor of Team Liquid. A 2 versus 3, and the Boombot takes Navera down.
Oh, unfortunate timing to say the least, and that puts the round back in a decent position now. Still waiting for Zagetsu to actually rotate back around and take that little bit of extra control into Heaven, and he's basically just got to try and clear some of the angles around that backside while his teammates just sort of wait, make sure they don't lose any further control. The time, though, is ticking, and this crossfire will be pretty tough to break. They need to clear it soon, and once that gets to, not going to get anything.
Oh, yeah, Tom. No teams ever get rounds on the attack side here on Split, so don't worry about it. No, obviously...
Not in regulation. Not in regulation, they don't.
That's the thing. If you watch the first part, so if you were here, I don't know, 3 hours ago for the first part of Split, 0-2, I can't actually remember who won it in the previous split because it was so long ago, but I remember that the second round was won right afterwards, right? Like it was traded out, if I don't remembering correctly. Point is, you got to be careful not to give those pistols opportunities, and despite a few shots from Artis there, they don't quite make their mark. Team Liquid don't run into all too much trouble, easily dealing with the rest of the team, getting a plant down. And this is a great opportunity to secure their economy. They're only up against a classic and a shorty. Chances are they can get out of this one flawlessly. Well,
oh dear. I guess that's the risk of pushing into a smoke. Now, one of the things I will say is...
Really? Gonna have some good opportunities this time around. I like the TP play out of Batty G. Scream wasn't ready for that. Early aggression in a round like this. Not often going to be the default for a defensive side, just not wanting to give your opponents the opportunities to overwhelm you with numbers because they'll have those weaker weapons. But right here, it plays out perfectly for the early round advantage for FPX.
That was the only Phantom, I think, actually in play for Liquid, so they're going to want to try and get that back. This control is not something they want to give up just yet, and Zipan should be about to get that information. I don't think they were expecting players to still be lurking around this position, but hey, they've managed to at least retrieve some of that extra weaponry and try and reclaim ground elsewhere. Now, bear in mind, they now have both of those ultimates online. So although, again, it's a man disadvantage and the weaponry's weaker, there are some really high-impact ults available for Liquid.
40 seconds left on the clock. Plenty to work with for the attack. But they're running into a stack, and that's always going to be a problem. Here's the stim to get them up there a little bit faster, but they're running right into this stack. And Zipan's making quick and easy work as they drop out of Heaven. The spike is down. Solkas has absolutely no chance. He is out of here to save this. I mean, 1v5, there's no way he wins it. Maybe he can at least make it a little bit costly, though, by dropping a couple of FPX players.
Yeah, it's more dependent on if he wants to hold this into the next round, and clearly not. A little bit unlucky. Definitely make the pistol work, but that's a deficit that they wouldn't have had. And then the fact that they now start to farm up some of the ultimates of their own, with like Killjoys coming in for the likes of Yumpy. They're very good at just holding and waiting patiently.
It's definitely something that up against a team like Liquid, you know, if they do play the default, they're going to win a lot of those duels. This is risky on backside. Batty G's being hunted down on both sides, and to his back, an orbital strike awaited him. There was no way out of that. 2 opening picks. FPX down in the dumps, and even as they attempt to move forward, it's into the Vandal in the hands of Solkas. This is a set round for Team Liquid. They've gotten away with this one flawlessly. I mean, they have made this look easy, flawless.
For that, luckily for their opposition in FPX, they still have the finances to buy into this one. But I do really like when you're using those two ults in tandem, you should be winning the round, or at least getting yourself an afterplant, because you just sectioned off so much of that B side.
Well, sure, maybe if your opponents are actually playing like a... Oh my God, Zipan's in the open. That's not a normal position to hold. It certainly caught Solkas off guard. You could see as he swung out, he kind of double took at it. Zagetsu's on the edge of the smoke as well. I mean, a hyper-aggressive play out of FPX on both sides of the map, and I guess it works out with the advantage now sitting in their court. This is also a weird round to risk that in, Tom, because they're economy is in such a shaky spot. Oh, they got the info.
Oh, the wall back up over the top again. They have a decent stack when it comes to this side of the map. Yumpy gets space, but Xiao is just quick enough with the reaction, and I think this is a really weird game so far. Like, such clean victories for either side. Now, I will say, as I said, I think a back and forth here for Liquid is absolutely fine. Like, if they just keep this relatively even, get 5 or 6 rounds on this attacking side, I think they'll be quite content, because in the last match versus G2, they struggled a bit. Like, they weren't able to do too much on this attacking side. In fact, a lot of it came down to...
All right, dude, okay, we'll see. And sure enough, for Team Liquid, it seems to be working out. Batty G, though, the solo controller for FPX, has just caught Solkis out massively. That early round aggression doesn't pay off. They attempt something similar with Navarra, backing him up, and he is just domed immediately. FPX have complete control over this round. And Tom, look at the amount of contingencies and fallbacks they have. You've got a showstopper, you've got a res to work with as well. It's hard, genuinely difficult for FPX to lose this round now.
Yeah, and you can bet they're still going to be fighting for these positions. Like, Ardis's value definitely doesn't really increase by him starting to play passive in these scenarios. Like, he's still got his dash available to make these sort of plays happen, and he is just going to keep almost just fighting for that information. He's also got support of Xiao, so if he misses anything there, let's see if he actually goes all the way back in. Maybe a little bit overzealous, but man is feeling confident. You can't really blame him at this point. And while with 35 seconds left, rotation coming through now for the side of FPX, it's going to be tough for Liquid.
Nice shot by Xiao. That's it, done. The spike's on the floor. Everybody's staring at it, and unfortunately for Solkis, he's dead most of the time. You know, you don't get to swing around that corner in the air and win those duels 9 times out of 10. Not against these guys.
Again, you can already see the pressure on the extremities coming out from FPX. So you got Xiao on top of the wall. A lot of what we're seeing from FPX really does look like a super old school iteration. Well, let's ignore that and move swiftly on. But yeah, it's an old school iteration of how people used to play this map. Like, just take that map control,
Yeah, take the map control. Y'all good, Tom? No? No, Tom's gone. He's bailed. He's out. Just like some of these teams might be in the lower bracket, remember, upper bracket match. So they're not going down and out just yet, but with 40 seconds left, Team Liquid, they're looking to go down and out of that heaven position in B. I thought Spike's outside A. They're going to posture it up, fake it up. FPX still with 3 players here. Hey, it seems to have worked at least for a moment, but they've still got to deal with Batty G. He has been meticulous in defending this heaven position so far.
Oh, never mind. Doesn't work out. Zipan, showstopper, and actually he doesn't even need it. He's got Xiao alongside him to shut out that player. Navira's going to be caught in the back, surely, and Xiao is just on fire right now. What is with these battle sages today? Just hitting every shot put in front of them. Link, he's trying his best, but look at the time, look at the spike. No chance.
And he can do it well. Having those res online, certainly something for the attack side. As we said earlier, not always as easy to use in the defense, finding those scenarios where it's feasible. Great flash coming through. They don't know there's players close. They've got that info now, but look at the cost. Nade, stun, and a headshot from Scream. That leaves the B site in heavy threat. You've even got Link TP with the judge. You horrible person. He's picked up the rifle, moving to sight, now looking to take the fight, but Artis comes out on top. The Blade Storm running out of ammunition, and now he's in trouble. Thrifty. A judge in his hands. What a terrible human being.
See, that's the thing. I'm like, living through British Counter-Strike for years being the most depressing thing. And we finally got some good players, and that's what they're doing. Gremlin play, but hey, I don't think there's much competition for best judge in the world, but I think he's definitely in the running.
Yeah. Someone like
Vanity as well,
Vanity might take it. Yeah.
Off your feet!
Okay, here we go. Rolling Thunder, not catching Artis. Big mistake. Dash out. Trying to stay alive inside the cloudbursts, and he's been spotted but not taken down. Solkus does well to open up the site. Artis has been found and dealt with. Fatty G still good for 2. That's keeping the dream alive, and a great nade placed. It's going to force them to actually split up completely. Zipan looking to take advantage of that distraction play. He's made it around the side of the site, but Link's a little too quick. He can do it with a Judge. He can do it with a Vandal. 4 kills, Val.
Poor player.
Yeah.
They're not my words. They're Scream's words.
Oh! Showers come in huge to start that. A one-way smoke from his own team, and he swings right on in, taking the shots and taking the kills. Team Liquid, they reset completely.
But did you like that's my assist there? Yeah, I did the work there, guys. It's my smoke is really good. Just ignore the fact that the headshot was gross. Oh god. Here we go, though. They've got a man advantage here, Mitch. They don't need to fight this hard, but they're still pushing down. Nice shot from Navira. Still, though,
so quick.
They're making their way in towards this B site. This is where all of Saigetsu's utility currently sits, just watching and waiting for them to try and make this move. And he's got the information, that's for sure.
Cage trigger. Cage trigger.
Oh, he's seen them. Cage is up to slow it down. The nade did just that. 30 seconds on the clock as Team Liquid look to push out. Here comes the smoke. It's back online.
Left.
They've got their paranoia ready to pop. Okay. Me popping the ulti. Going back over to A. This is just going to get destroyed immediately.
Oh, he's going to wait. Oh! He's gross. He's gross. He's just too good. Give up now. Shell just absolutely outplayed him. And he scream. It's just like, yep. And I'm going to get something from the bike shop because there's nothing we can do in this round because we've already lost. That is always going to be the risk. Like, you're completely gambling that you've managed to pull off for FPX to rotate their full squad.
No. And I think a lot of it comes down to there's 3 opponents there.